Welcome to my next installment of Total Extreme Wrestling 2020, rebooking WWF The Invasion Era. This is the Go Home SmackDown to Judgment Day of in May of 2001. So let's run the show and let's see how things go. In an abysmal pre-show match, Tori Wilson defeated Miss Molly by pinfall with the nose job. Tori Wilson seemed off her game, and this got a 21. In an abysmal pre-show match, Yang defeated Hack Myers by pinfall with the Michinoku Driver 2. They didn't click. This got 28. In an abysmal pre-show match, Brock Lesnar defeated Brian Keys by pinfall with an overhead belly-to-belly. By the way, I think that's a wrong picture for Brian Keys, but I could be wrong. And this got 26. In a bout that didn't have much heat and terrible wrestling, Test defeated Dean Malenko by pinfall with the pump handle slam. This got a 55. It was an awkward bout. In a bout that had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling, Diamond Dallas Page defeated Val Venus by pinfall with the Diamond Cutter. This got a 69. Ivory did good work at ringside. Ivory is in the ring. From her blind side, Trish Stratus hits the ring and attacks. After knocking her down, she proceeds to strip her to her underwear, humiliating her in front of the entire crowd. This got 32. Trish Stratus was very poor in trying to improvise dialogue, and it cooled the crowd a little. What dialogue did Trish need to improvise? So Shane McMahon and Booker T are in Shane McMahon's office. Shane goes, Booker T, I was very clear with when I asked you, and on Raw you still did what you wanted, defying my orders. Booker T goes, I'm going crazy with nothing to do. You expect me to sit back here and do nothing when I am one of your biggest stars? And Shane goes, I thought we had an agreement. Security came out so you didn't hurt your shoulder more and even delay your return longer, and WWF didn't want that on their hands either. You went out to do that ring because you are selfish, so I had to make a difficult decision. Booker T goes, What decision? Shane goes, Until you are cleared to compete in that ring, you are suspended. You wouldn't take time off like I wanted you to, so now I'm going to make sure you don't re injure yourself before your return. Booker T's like, What? And then he just storms out Shane McMahon's office, slamming the door behind him as he uh, as he leaves the building. This guy's 66. Segment deserved better announcing. Booker T's getting better as gimmick. So now Vince McMahon is in his office and he hears a knock on the door. Vince McMahon goes, Come in. All three members of X Factor walk into the Vince McMahon's office. Vince McMahon goes, Guys, what can I do for you three? And X-Pac goes, We didn't come to ask you for anything except for letting us help. We know you got problems with the Brothers of Destruction and Chris Benoit. We were hoping you would consider using our services. We just need to know who you want us to take out. Is it a WCW Invader or one of the wrestlers we already mentioned? Vince thinks for a minute, puzzled, then he goes, So you want to help me? Well, I don't give a damn about WCW tonight, and I already got something planned for Kane. But if you want to compete, why don't X-Pac and Justin Credible take on Chris Benoit and The Undertaker in the main event tonight? That will help me a lot. X-Pac goes, We can do that, but if we do, The Undertaker might not make it to the WWF title match Sunday, and the same could be said for Chris Benoit and his final match against Kurt Angle. And Vince McMahon goes, Well, I don't care about wins and losses, but I do care about results, so don't let me down. Vince McMahon came across well. Justin Credible performed poorly, but Justin Credible's getting better as gimmick. This got a 52. So the Good Father has a promo with Steven Richards uh, managing him. The Good Father goes, Once again, I am in the ring to punish someone who is trying to corrupt the youth of this country, and the name of that man is Steve Blackman. Steve, you may be well educated in martial arts, but you are a violent man. There are enough violent programs for these people to see on television, and no one needs you making this television show more violent. I do know that people who study martial arts are only supposed to use those skills in self defense, but you enter a wrestling ring, and not only will you pull off moves you learned, which is bad enough, but you will have no hesitation of using weapons that are used in the martial arts you studied. I am going to teach you a lesson about the violence you love to dish out is wrong, and Steven Richards won't get involved. Why don't you leave your weapons behind, because we are not having a no disqualification match. So there is no need for the weapons you use if you truly just want to have a competitive contest. If you really want to turn over a leaf, then maybe you should help us spread our message and join Right to Censor. This got a 34. Cooled the crowd a little, even though announcing and color commentary helped. In a terrible match, Steve Blackman defeated the Goodfather by submission with a guillotine choke. Goodfather and Steven Richards have great chemistry. A music video showing promote Big Show. This guy is 69. In a decent match, Big Show defeated Al Snow by pinfall with a choke slam. This guy is 68. Shows Sean Stasiak is backstage with Stacy Keibler. Sean Stasiak goes, "There are idiots back here who think I'm afraid of Kane. Well, let me bring a fact to light. Kane is not a monster. He is an overgrown man who runs around in a mask with limited potential. You throw enough shit at the wall, and something eventually sticks, and that's all Kane is. Some shit that eventually stuck to the wall. Now, you think someone my caliber is going to lose to Kane? Kane, just like the WWF, you are second best. Myself and Stacy don't associate with people who are second best. But I'll be more than happy to expose you for the fraud that you are." And this got a 58. Stasiak performed poorly. In about that, decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling, Kane defeated Sean Stasiak by pinfall with a choke slam. There was a lack of psychology. Sean Stasiak was off his game, but Stacy Keibler did good work at ringside, and this got a 58. Kane is celebrating his victory in the ring over Sean Stasiak. Triple H comes in through the audience and attacks Kane, beating him down. This got a 73. Triple H and Stephanie have great chemistry. A music video shown promote the three members of X Factor. This got a 46. Then, in a decent match, The Undertaker and Chris Benoit defeated X Factor when The Undertaker pinned X-Pac with a tombstone. During the match, we also had Albert run in and attack Chris Benoit. Justin Credible was the weak link, struggling to keep up with everyone's performance. Justin Credible's getting better as gimmick. I don't know how well this show did. I think it hurt more than it helped, popularity-wise. So, what was the final grade for the show? 56. Yeah, just not enough interesting storylines. I'm trying to get Trish and the Right to Censor be a good storyline, but we didn't gain popularity anyway. We just lost it. But we will, when the game is done loading, we will check out if there were, I think there were backstage incidents. I'm not sure, since Sunday Night Heat might have covered those then. Let's see, Tatanka, I think I did this already, because it was Tatanka and Orton. So let's see. Val Venus says, "You need to book me more strongly so I can get some momentum going." UPN and Sky Sports are unhappy for the first time. Drug test fees. Big Show goes, "Steve Blackman is clumsy. I'd cut him loose before someone gets seriously hurt." Stone Cold and Kurt Angle are back from their sabbatical. And we have some decisions. Their contract negotiations. So let's see. Ken Anderson, he'll go to HWA. James Storm, he'll go to OVW. Because he had popularity in a few different places. So this was SmackDown. The next event is Judgment Day. It's a pay-per-view, so I'm definitely gonna be able to get my uh, numbers up. Basically, help what SmackDown uh, I was afraid is gonna do. Um, when I saw the scores of the segments. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this. I'm recording this on Sunday. It'll probably be up Monday or Tuesday. But until next time, goodbye, everyone.